Hey, everybody, and welcome to our podcast show. On our podcast show this week, we have SJ from ASUS, and he'll be talking about some of the AIO. AIO? What's AIO? All-in-one coolers. And yes, we're live on COMPUTEX. So, SJ, introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm SJ from the Asus ROG, and I'm the AIO cooler SPM.
All right, okay. Steven, got any questions for SJ right away?
Yeah, right away. I'm sure that the audience would want to know, what does the SJ stand for?
Well, my Chinese name called Wang Sze Hsieh,
Okay.
and in my English short name, it would be WSJ.
WSJ.
Yeah.
Cool.
Someone say that's the Wall Street Journal.
Wall Street Journal. Wall Street Journal.
WSJ.
So tell us a little bit about your background. You said you studied locally, and then of course you went into a company that you worked for a couple of years before you moved on to ASUS, right?
Yeah.
And then and also you had a kind of personal endeavor, a little personal kind of business before you moved on as well. So tell us a little bit more about that.
Oh, well, I think I'm interested in a lot of things, and I used to explore a lot of things.
Okay.
So I studied in political science.
Right.
After
okay.
that, I'm self-learning the Python.
Oh,
and-
right. Python programming. Oh, my
Yeah.
brother does that actually. One of my younger brother, he's into like cybersecurity and everything. He's working actually in London, do a cybersecurity company or whatever. But he's also in his part-time thing. He does a lot of Python programming. People don't realize Python is what's used in raspberries, right? Our raspberry little PIs, and also in 3D printing, right?
We actually think he's MI6. He just doesn't want to say it. He doesn't want to talk about it either, so I think that's why.
That's secret. We can say nothing.
All right,
Exactly.
and tell us a little bit about that coffee business that you were doing.
Oh, yeah. The same time when I self-learning, I think I should do something special.
Right.
And I
Coffee
love
is special.
Yeah, beverage.
It's very
In the
special.
daily life of the Taiwan.
That's right.
People drinks coffee.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
It's part of their life. It's part of the culture.
Coffee is life.
Is
Yeah.
everywhere.
And I think that, why don't sell coffee? I'll be rich.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
yes.
true.
You
That's
could be
true.
rich.
But there's not just coffee. There's also different coffee types of brew, right? I'm just usually, cappuccino and espressos, but there's a lot more than that in coffee. Tell us more.
Well, my special beverage at the coffee shop is the brown sugar coffee latte.
Oh, okay.
Which
Latte?
is actually that's actually a recipe that's been taken to bubble tea as well too.
Quite
Right?
Quite
right?
same.
Right?
Yeah.
So very similar flavor, the caramelization of the sugars and everything creates a rich darkness to the sugar. And if you put the crystals on top, it actually gives a kind of a like that crackle and everything like that. So it hits. Now you can also add caramel too, right?
Yeah.
So that deepens that relationship there. Okay, never mind bubble tea.
Bubble tea
Yes.
is Taiwan's one of these Taiwan's exports. Is everywhere in Canada.
Yep.
Also in France as well, and Italy. You said.
It's in France now. I saw it in many places in Paris, but like Taiwan is the origin of bubble tea. Arguably so because they invented it in the 1980s.
Right. Yeah.
Yes, bubble
Wow.
tea knowledge.
Wow. Expert.
But so coffee, like I freaking love coffee.
He drinks a lot.
I drink
Steve,
a lot.
Look at he just drinks a lot.
I just drink. This is brand new. I'm not endorsing this, but it's new Mr. Brown here at the show. It's called EX. Here, look. Okay. Anyway, so there's different methods, right? And just like there's different ways of enjoying PC DIY lifestyle. So we've got AeroPress, we've got Chemex, we've got Hario, we've got cold brew, and we've got the new nitrogen type infused brew, right? So out of all these methods, including espresso, that's more high end with the $20,000 machines, which is the only way that you can get a proper brew, by the way. What are your favorites and why?
In wine, whiskey.
No, I mean the type of brews of coffee.
Type of brews.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
type of brews. I also like the
Do you prefer nitro? Or is it? There's nitro and cold brew. Which one do you prefer?
cold brew.
Cold brew. And
Straight cold brew, right?
Straight cold brew.
that's just filtered or just like how? Because I never tried that.
You've never tried cold brew? Are you
No.
freaking serious,
I just have cold
Winston?
iced coffee. That's it.
Like here, let's do it together. See,
What
this
happens?
is what we're talking about.
What's the process in building that?
Well, cold brew is basically in a nutshell. You're not hot brewing it, right? You don't actually.
You put cold water to filter.
You put cold water to filter it
How are
overnight.
you going to get the flavors out though?
It's the 24-hour process or 48, depending on what you want. Usually 24-hour beyond, it gets a little bit bitter. So what you want is you want it 24 hours. You want it with a medium to light roast because you get to extract all of the caffeine, all the flavors
So
of
you
it.
just got to soak it through 24 hours.
Yeah, you have special. You can either put it in a jar, mason jar, and then
Right.
throw like strain it later. Or what you can do is you can buy a Hario mix, a wonderful one. That is a full cold brew dispenser. You can put the coffee inside there, usually about 80 grams, and then put about a liter of water. 24 hours.
I did not have a clue.
No acidity. Actually, very little acidity, so you can drink it like very easily versus hot, and you get all of the richness and body of a bean,
flavors?
right?
Okay.
So if you're having a if you really like a bean and you want to get more out of it, you want to elevate your experience, do it this way.
Well, yeah, you learn something new every day, guys. Let's learn something new.
He's
All
not
right.
going to try it, are you?
I will try it. If someone gives me to buy me a cold brew, let me, I'll try it. I'll try it.
Missing a lot.
You're missing out on everything.
All right. Well, tell us about the other job that you said before you moved on to Zeus, right? What was that?
Yes, I'm working for the company called LCFC, and it's working for the laptop PM.
A laptop. Okay.
LCFC. I've never heard. Is that an OEM or a contract manufacturer?
Oh, it's an OEM from the Lenovo.
Oh, wow. Okay.
All right.
So it's like a Clevo or a MyTac,
Similar.
sort of.
Similar.
Okay,
Similar
okay,
to
okay.
Okay. And then moved on from there to Zeus. And was it always AIO kind of business before, or you moved in within internal? Like, what did you work on Asus other products? So just
Usually the AIO coolers, but we are bundled with the ROG motherboards.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, I see you've got a couple of fans here. What are they? Tell us.
Oh, they are the new products, the ROG RYUJIN III, with the
Magnetic. I see that. Is that magnetic?
magnetic.
Wait,
and-
hold on. Those things are stuck together with magnets?
Yeah.
Tell me more.
That's a new thing.
Oh,
Didn't you
neat.
know that?
I didn't know that because I'm all about laptops.
Oh,
like
he-
this guy
yeah.
used to be.
Yeah, he's got a new laptop. He just bought one last week. So.
Yeah.
All right. Well, okay. So how does it operate? You need those pinouts within the fans, right?
Yes.
Okay. And it controls RGB and fan speeds. And they're all controlled by this little controller you have right here, right?
Oh, yes. But this is only for the demo.
Oh, okay. What's
And
the demo?
usually we will screw it on the radiators. The air
So
coolers
you
radiators.
still need a controller.
Yeah.
You can't plug straight into the motherboard.
Yes, you still
Okay.
need these two cables to connect with the motherboards.
Okay. So how easy is it? Let me give it a try. Okay. It's pretty easy. Locks in place. And is it how many of these can you connect up to?
Oh, I never tried before, but maybe like 7
At least
or 8 or
7 or 8. Okay.
So is this an ROG world record that needs to be broken? Maybe you set the record and then some crazy.
Let me try. Oh, okay. So you have the power connected with all the pinouts, and that's magnetic. You just put that on, and then each fan is individually. There's no cables. There's no cables.
So these are actually out in the market. Are they brand new for COMPUTEX?
This is on market now.
Okay, so some whale out there, if you have a ton of money, buy a bunch of these fans and stick them together and see how far you can get it. I just made you a bunch of money,
Yeah.
just so you know.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So
I'll promote
everything's
this.
controlled via the. You have a software that controls all this, right?
Yes.
And are they fully programmable with all the RGB lighting and everything?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. What colors available? White and black, and any other colors? What about the beige brown one?
Oh, coincidentally, Asus did do a partnership with them a little while ago.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
that cooling company, right?
Yes, that
That's
cooling
very
company.
boring looking.
I wouldn't say they're boring. I think they're polarizing more than anything else, right? I mean,
Yeah.
you either love it or you
coffee
hate it.
color,
Oh,
coffee
you know what?
lover,
Creamy latte color. Yeah, I would say latte color.
brown
Yeah.
and beige.
No. Well, that color that they have is actually more like red bean. Red bean and latte.
Red bean.
Red bean latte.
Okay, cool. I mean, like I said, Steven said I was asking about these on the market, right? Again, kind of pricing you looking at these, like affordable or are they enthusiast grade pricing?
Uh-oh.
Well, it depends, bro.
Depends. All right, the more you buy, the more expensive it's going to be. All right, okay. I've seen a couple of these. Not this, of course, Asus brand, but the other companies are doing it too. Each of them have their own kind of special kind of features, or is what's so special about these ones versus others that's kind of beyond the market?
Oh, the first, I think we usually help people when they come to the demo, they can use it by themselves to push it and feel it. Because the magnetic, the feeling that when you pick it up, it's quite different with the other competitors.
So this is self-aligning. But because I was looking at how you were putting it out, it almost guided itself into place, right?
All right.
So you're saying that this is something that maybe the other competitors do not have. Yeah. At least they don't have it right.
They have it, but not that smoothly.
Okay.
All right. So
you can feel it by yourself.
Yeah, there's a little tooth kind of hole there.
Yes.
That's matching, and then 12 volts. Yeah, does the job, I guess.
Yeah.
And these can be mounted on cases and all-in-one coolers, stuff like that. Well, I noticed, talking about all-in-one coolers, you guys have a new kind of prototype thing with like, I don't know, tubing and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it actually yet, but it's all demoed up there. Tell us a little bit about that.
Okay, well, that's the same block as the ROG RYUJIN 3. And we are making like the more choices for the PC DIY users that if they want to do more PC builds and they want to do it by themselves, then maybe that's a good choice for them because there's a screen on it. And also there's the ROG RYUJIN shape on it.
Okay. So you can put hard tubing instead as well, right?
Tubings.
Or is that all included in the all-in-one with the radiator, the cooler and everything?
No, there's only... They can just choose the tubings and assemble it by themselves.
Okay. All assembly by themselves.
Yes.
Based on their kind of custom configuration.
Yeah, customized for them.
Okay. So is this your first time at COMPUTEX?
Yes, first time.
What do you think?
I think it's crazy.
Very crazy, yeah.
Need a lot of coffee?
I need more. Not only also alcohol.
Crazy. Okay. Apart from coffee, what other interests are you into? Tell us.
Coffee?
Yes. I understand. Right on.
Coffee and more coffee.
Coffee, more coffee. And different beans.
Different beans.
And grind methods.
Well, actually, because if you're into the coffee business, you need to know what type of beans, right?
Yes.
And the beans are different roasts.
Single origin.
Do you need a specialist like a roaster that do all different types of roast?
You need a proper roaster if you're going to go that route, right? I mean, some people roast them in the backyard with a barbecue, but that's not precise. Coffee is really a science, just like fans are scientific.
Oh yeah. I mean, the CFM and the how many airflow and how many that kind of stuff. I mean, this controller here was all-in-one kind of. It's a demo unit, but then are this included or is it separate?
No, this is only for the demo.
Oh, only for the demo.
All
right. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So apart from coolers and AIOs, are you planning to look into other products within the cooling kind of area?
Well, yes. We have the new products, the ROG thermal paste.
Thermal paste.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Thermal paste works on many things, including notebooks. So I'm curious.
Okay.
What's special about yours? Like, is it like Arctic Silver or is it something better?
Well, I think this is the first step for the ASUS step into the thermal paste market.
Okay.
So,
Is it just a CPU or GPU as well as other kind of applications you can use?
Well, we referenced that used at the CPU.
CPU at the moment.
Yes.
Okay. Right. What kind of thermal kind of temperatures you're going to get out of using ASUS thermal paste versus just the standard ones that come with already a cooler?
Oh, we have doing a lot of tests. I think that our thermal paste, I can't say the best, but I can pretty sure that it's very close to the best.
So if I took my laptop from a certain company that I will not name, to honor you guys, and I took this paste and I repasted the freaking thing, pulled all the pipes off and repasted it, what ballpark, what kind of percentage decrease in temperature do you think I would expect as a regular consumer taking and usually, usually notebooks are pasted crappily. Like they're done really badly. So if you're enthusiast, you always repaste. What would I be looking at in terms of performance?
Wow.
Kind of average, kind of.
I just want to know, because if I'm going to go out there and buy your paste, I need to have something to work with, right?
Yeah, you're right. But I guess you're digging a hole to me.
I'm just saying, if you want me to buy it, hook me up with something that I can use.
I think on average, I tend to use like other brands' paste, not just the coolers. The coolers come with paste already, right?
Yeah.
I usually wipe them off. Because it's I don't know, it's a white piece of paste that they use. I don't know what it is.
Seems like
right?
too much.
So I just buy my own. Again, I won't mention which brand. Then I'll put a blob onto the CPU, and then just one little blob, pea-sized blobs. That's enough. We don't need to kind of like do a tough paste squeeze all over a place.
A grain of rice.
A grain of rice is enough, actually, to be honest. So I get on average from normal paste versus the proper thermal paste, I get on average maybe 15 to 20%. Oh, seriously.
Okay.
That's a big difference. So guys, if you want to have good cooling performance, don't use the one already pasted or applied on the heatsink. You can wipe that off, apply the thermal paste that you buy, and just use that, because that actually improves cooling performance. I noticed that myself.
Especially the ROG thermal paste. Yes.
Oh yeah, especially ROG thermal paste.
Okay, why don't you just give me a tube? I'll repaste the notebook and I'll share my results. How's that? Then you can use that.
Do you have any here?
Thermal paste? No, only for the demo.
Only for the demo.
Yeah.
Okay. What can we expect to have? Well, see those on the market. We can obviously next month. Are we
When's my paste in the mail?
Q4?
Yeah, maybe like Q4 on market.
Q4. Okay,
Yes.
Q4. So and you'll be looking into that area: cooling, thermal paste, fans,
Yes.
all-in-one cooler. Okay. What about DIY? Like so, you mentioned DIY. A lot of brands out there doing their own DIY cooling, right? In terms of tubing, water cooling kind of stuff, like EK and
Yes.
all that kind of stuff. Is ASUS doing it, that kind of stuff? Are they planning to look into that kind of area, the field, the DIY cooling?
Well, we're still looking for the market feedbacks now. It's also like the things that we're exploring to maybe to do something special for the PC DIY users. So we are still looking for the feedbacks, maybe more. When it getting more feedbacks now, then maybe that's a choice for us.
Okay, great. Oh, okay. Well, what about the other hobbies that you're into? I said coffee was one of your passion. Any other passions in your life?
I'll
Tell
play
us.
basketball.
Basketball?
I do exercise.
Okay.
Basketball, yes.
Basketball is
Yes.
big, especially in Taiwan, right?
Yeah, and speaking of basketball, have you seen that movie on Disney Plus, Chang Can Dunk?
Oh, Chang can dunk. Yeah.
Chang Can Dunk.
Have you seen that one?
No, not yet.
You need to watch it.
Which channel is it on?
It's Disney Plus,
Oh,
man.
Disney Plus.
It's
Disney
an original.
Plus.
All right.
I got a autographed
You have?
poster from the director.
All right.
I think
Nice.
he's Taiwanese.
Chang and
Chang Can
Chang
Dunk.
can dunk. Okay.
Okay.
That's a good movie to
Yeah,
watch.
so very inspiring, and inspired my son to actually get into basketball. He's been wanting something different for himself because his brother and sister, they're into gymnastics. He's not.
Isn't what's the guy who plays for the New York? Is it? I can't remember. New York Knicks. Is it Jeremy Lin?
Jeremy
right?
Lin?
Jeremy Lin.
Is he
Insanity?
Taiwanese?
Yeah, he is.
He's Taiwanese, right?
Yeah, it's like Kenny Lin, right?
Yeah, Canadian. But again, ASUS has always been a big brand with consumer products, from laptops to PAC DIY, graphics cards, all that kind of stuff. And they're dipping their toes into everything, right?
Yeah.
And of course, they have plenty of budget to do that. And I said that I think most of the successful products are laptops. I have an ROG laptop, and graphics cards always, and of course motherboards. And do you have any idea about the user experience? For example, okay, we don't talk about the other issue that we had recently with the BIOS stuff. But for example, cooling. If I buy a cooler such as this, and it doesn't do what it does, and the RGB is not working, or maybe the magnetic issue is not aligning properly. How would you, not just you, but I said as a product manager, that kind of thing, how would you ask for the feedback? Or would you use customer feedback and then improve on the product?
Yes.
And kind of get that kind of information and support the users, right? And tell us a little, how would you apply that? Is that something that you could use in the future and get the good feedback?
Okay. The process, like when the end user have products from us, and it's some broken or something else, they will call the CSC. I mean the customer service.
Right.
Yes, and when they call us, the customer service will feedback to the SPM.
Right.
Like me.
Like you.
Yeah.
Okay. And take notes. Okay.
And I will call like the research and design, and also me to figure out what the wrongs to the products.
Right. Right.
If the products are wrongs to us, then we'll have a new one for him.
Okay.
And also the CSC will have some their own process to make sure the end users have the new products or the products that can be
I think that's what the customer really wants to know is that you'll be able to support them because of an issue which is out of their control. It's I won't say it's a faulty product. It could be a product that didn't do what it's supposed to do, and the customer or the consumer needs to know that you have their back, right? You need to support them.
Pretty sure. And like the AIO coolers, we have the 6 years warranty.
6 years warranty. Wow.
Yeah. So it's not a year or 90 days. It's actually 6 years. That's pretty good. Actually,
That is good. That is good.
Yeah.
All right. Not
And
bad.
we promised that we would do it over and over.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So Stephen, you got any questions for our man here, SJ?
No. Except for where's my pace?
He wants some thermal tape.
And then that's good in field R&D, right? I mean, if I repaste like the system and I get 20% better performance, you'll be saying it in your next interview.
I'll give you
because someone actually did it.
Okay.
Think about it.
All right. Well, it's good to know that SJ has been really into these products, all right? It's a passion. Of course, he has his other passion with his coffee. Coffee keeps him up, which helps to improve your product. All right. So thank you, SJ, for coming in for our WSJ. Wall Street Journal, okay?
Yeah.
For our quick podcast show. So thank you. So Stephen, any final words?
I've already said what I need to say. I'll follow up on that with you. But thank you so much for being here for us and for just talking about the products. I'm sure the people at home are like, hey, that's something I want. And it's so neat because it's so unique that there's nowhere else in the world that you see these things in person. Maybe CES, but in reality, CES isn't focused on this. COMPUTEX is, and that's why we're here to cover everything PC, computer related.
He spent a lot of coffee time on this.
That's right. Okay, that's right. I need a coffee now.
All right. Thank you, guys. Enjoy your rest of the week. And of course, don't forget to tune in for a podcast exclusive every Wednesday at YouTube. So until then.
Bye, guys.